Hi, this is Sheldon here from the Currency Advisory Desk with today's report. Well, the stage seems to be set for a comeback of the bulls in the market. We are witnessing the Indian equity rally since the reforms have been announced by the government, and we see that correspondingly the US dollar has been weakening against the rupee. Now, we know that there is a near perfect negative correlation between the US dollar and the Nifty. That is, when the Nifty rises, the US dollar depreciates against the rupee. So this is what's been happening for the past couple of trading sessions. Now the US dollar index today is at 79.56. It is low, it is down by 0.04%. Now we expect the rupee strengthening further on the back of news flow from the center. However, we would advise traders to not carry any overnight positions in the dollar rupee pair, because we will be witnessing a lot of dollar purchasing by the oil importers, because we know that now the month end is the payment cycle of the importers, so they'll be buying dollars. And to contradict this, we have a lot of negative news going around in the market. That is, the market is shorting the US dollar as compared to the rupee. So both these scenarios will come into play, and we will be seeing that whenever in the coming few sessions for opening, we'll be seeing a lot of erratic movements, as in there'll be a lot of gap down, gap up movements. So hence it's advisable not to carry any overnight positions till the situation calms down, till we have a proper picture. Probably it should be clearer in another 2 or 3 more trading sessions, that is. Now, looking at euro, well, we have the ECB president, Mr. Mario Draghi, who will be speaking later today. So we expect some increased volatility in the euro dollar pair. Going by past history, we have seen that whenever Mr. Draghi speaks, the euro tends to rally against the dollar. However, we do not expect much news flow from Europe today, or from Mr. Draghi today, because whatever had to be done has been done already. We know about the EFSF, we know about the German court ruling on ESM. Now what matters is the implementation. So we'll have to look at whether they're implementing whatever they spoke about, how fast are they implementing it, and when would this actually figure out in the markets. Looking at the fundamental data that came out yesterday from the Eurozone, well, Germany's IFO business climate sentiment came in lower than expected yesterday, with the business climate, assent and expectation indices, that is, all these 3 indices were showing a decrease as compared to the previous quarter. Now, we saw the euro react immediately to this, and it hit intraday lows of around 1.2905 against the US dollar. So we can see that even a small sort of negative news is driving down the euro against the dollar. So it's not basically strong against the dollar. The up move that we saw was not a very strong up move. Now, domestically, the euro is in a downward trend against the rupee. However, we expect some sort of consolidation due to profit booking, as we know that there were a lot of short positions created over the couple of days, and the euro rupee may show an up move by around 23 to 30 paise intraday today. Now, we do not have much data from United Kingdom. However, we saw that if the pound breaks the 1.62 level yesterday, which it did, it went on to make a low of around 1.6189, and this was very rapid. So we are seeing a lot of selling pressure on the pound versus the US dollar also. The pound looks weak against the rupee, and we expect it to probably hit new lows in the coming few trading sessions. So a short on the pound is advisable. The most important event that we are looking forward to for this particular week is the Spanish and French government budget. We know that they are going to release their annual budget for 2013 later this week, probably on Thursday and Friday, and the euro is expected to take cues from this trade. We will be focusing more on the Spanish budget, because as we know that traders are building their positions based on Spain asking for some sort of monetary relief from ECB. Now, if they come up with a lot of austerity measures in their budget, so we'll know that the monetary relief that they are seeking would probably be not asked immediately. So it will be stalled for some sort of time. Now, looking at Spain, we also see that the government is looking at the yields there. Now, if the yields rise, then definitely Spain will seek immediate access to funding from ECB or from the EFSF and the ESM. So this is something that will definitely play in the markets, and this is something what we are going to be looking out keenly. Now, looking at the yen, well, the yen has broken an important support of 78 versus the US dollar. It's currently trading at around 77.85. Now, despite the worsening economic conditions in Japan, this safe haven currency is witnessing buying due to the unstable outlook of European and US economies. Also, we know that traders use the yen as a hedge in their positions in the risk assets. So, whenever there is a build-up in risk assets, they would prefer hedging it by using the yen. So, this is what is driving the yen to 77 levels. Now, we know that 77 levels is not something which the yen will hold on to for a very long time, because as soon as it breaks 77, the Bank of Japan will definitely intervene, as we have seen in the past, and they issue some sort of verbal statement or some policy action which will definitely weaken the yen again. We know that a strong yen is definitely not good for the Japanese economy, and this will come into play in the markets in the coming few sessions. We continue our bearish outlook on the yen rupee pair. We have previously given a short call on the yen at around 70 levels, and the yen is currently trading at around 68.85. So whoever had shorted at level has made a decent amount of profit. We would advise you to hold on to this, because we see it going to probably around 67 to 66.50 on the downside before it corrects. Looking at the technical levels for today, well, the dollar has a support at around 53.05 in the spot and a resistance at around 54 on the upside. For the euro, the support is at around 69 on the downside, and we see a resistance at around 69.75 on the upside. And for the yen, well, there's a support at around 68.23 on the downside and 69.60 on the upside. Well, that's it for today. Thank you.